us with memory, reason, and skill. Help us use them wisely in the service of town government. We ask this in your holy name. Amen. Salute the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to open it to the public now, and I ask that anyone speaks, so you keep it to 5 minutes. Anyone from the audience?
Calvin Castine, Ridge Road, Champlain. A month ago I was here asking that the board do something about the problem that Wyeth is very shaky as far as staying here. If I came to you a month ago and said I could bring in a company that would give us 1,000 jobs and pay $15 an hour, you'd drop everything you're doing to get it done. I don't think there's anything that the town board has done in the last month that is more important than getting a grassroots effort going to saving that plant. I'd like this to become a top priority for the town. I was surprised yesterday when I talked to Celine to find out that nothing had been done at this point. We can't wait till it's too late. 15 years ago I was after the town board to do something before Harris closed. I don't think there was anything the town could have done. That was a different kind of decision. I think this decision here will be based on tax breaks and that kind of incentives. I think there is something we can do to save Wyeth, but it has to start here and it has to start now. I think we should get the surrounding towns involved. The employees come from not just from Champlain, but from all over. The county legislature should be involved, and from there we should just build it up to our state and our national representatives. I think we've got to go after Clinton and Schumer and McHugh, in addition to Ortloff and Little. And I think we just got to get going and get going on it right away.
It's really my fault for not doing that thing, but I will do something this next week or so. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
And I'll let you know what we're doing.
All right.
I'll keep you
Appreciate that.
Anyone else? Okay. Minutes of the last meeting? Are there any changes?
I'll make a motion to accept that.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Code enforcement monthly report. And you guys look at the last back page of this?
Yeah.
The next thing is, for next month, we have 3 public hearings on subdivisions, adult entertainment, and junkyard. And we have to have a motion to have the public hearing, October 14th, Julie?
I make a motion to have a public hearing, subdivision, adult entertainment and junkyards.
All right.
All
You want to do the subdivisions at 7:30?
yes.
The adult entertainment, 7:45.
Right.
Junkyard at 8 o'clock. Tom? Is it 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
3 of them?
3 of them.
I'm only 15 minutes. It shouldn't be a...
I'll be a long time on that interview.
I need a second.
That was
Thanks. Okay. I got a couple other things before I go to my report. Can somebody, talk with Sam about that Gokey Road? Not seeing about ditching in there. either Red or Jules. You take care of that?
On the Koki Road?
Yeah. Right by Bob General's down through there.
Yeah.
In the spring, and it floods right over. Water doesn't drain out of there good. We looked at it last spring,
You're supposed to change a culvert there.
something.
They're having a problem with a culvert, and I don't think he's been over there yet. He concentrated on the other road there.
When you-
I'll bring that up to him anyway.
So we don't forget it. I have one other thing. I'd like to see Sam get a credit card with Robbie's name on it. Same credit card that Jane has. Just get another card. So if we need parts, and Jane's not around, the employee doesn't have to use his own credit card. That happened
We
here
talked about that before.
last week, and Robbie put $900 or so on his credit card, which I don't think is right.
No, it's not, that's,
He saved us $900, but he's gotta put it on his credit card. I don't think it's the way of doing it. So I'd like to do that.
I make a motion that we get a credit card from the highway department.
Second.
Why he's in this situation.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay.
And they're gonna be checking this with Jane, is it?
Right. But with Robbie's name on it too.
Yeah.
Okay. But Sam's the one, the
Right.
holder on the card. Okay. The water in the Ridge Road, that's all taken care of. We got the pumps going and everything. Right now it's working all right.
Pressure's up too, I think.
Yep. Okay, a letter from Pat, an assessment, Board of Assessment review. And Francis Roberts, his term expires September 30th. And Pat would like to have him reappointed. He's been on the board for 16 years, and he was an assessor before. And he would like to be reappointed, and she would like to have him. A motion on
I
that?
make a motion that we, nominate Francis Roberts on the Board of Assessment.
I'll second.
All in favor? And then, this is from Really Property Service, which shows that we're at 100% utilization rate.
Did very well there.
Okay, we've got, next two are on the water and sewer areas, benefit areas, special assessment. And we have to approve this. 5.5 bond interest rate, and that's for the Miramar District. I need a motion on both of them, one at a time, one on the water.
I'll make a motion to accept the local law for the water benefit area number 1 with the interest rate 5.5 on the bond.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, on sewer. Do I have a motion on that one?
I make a motion, accept the sewer,
5.5 interest rate,
5 point.
on interest rate.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Clinton County Department of Personnel, on the legislators' second floor at the Government Center is a hearing Friday, October 10th. Civil service, they tell us it's civil service in county. If anybody's interested.
Is somebody going with that?
Somebody wanna go?
I don't know, I mean, I don't know, maybe Jane should be going to this thing. We've always got questions on this thing here, and we've got a couple in our bag now, should I get answers for?
I'll make a motion to send Jane to his public hearing on October 10th.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor? And I have a letter from Solen telling us that she's had meetings all day today, and she's gonna end up at Moore's. She's gonna go to Moore's meeting this month. Next month, she'll be back with us. And we've got a copy of tax rate for the school. We're up about, maybe up about 84 cents, I think, last year.
On the county,
For the town, for the northeastern.
school.
Yeah, school. Then we had 23 of them.
That's the highest one, what he's the
Yeah.
highest one there.
We're even higher in the city of Plattsburgh.
What gets me is the difference between Northern Adirondack, their big school system.
$10-12.
It's only 12, we're 22 cents. You know, it doesn't make sense.
Firma's having a meeting in Peru at Cricket on October 8th. It's a safety meeting. And I'm going, I'm gonna ask Sam, I can bring Sam to it. And if any of you guys would like to go to this. Last time was a pretty good meeting. If anybody wants to go, let me know.
What is it, October 8th?
Yep. October 8th or 10 o'clock, from 10 to 12. Mike can't go this month because he's gonna be in classes. Okay, that's all I have. Committees. Code enforcement, Mike Patriot. Got it, Mike?
Nothing new in code enforcement, I just have something else, so I can do it now. Last month, I had looked into this defibrillators, and I got a hold of the company, and you wanted a definite price, and they faxed me back the information. And this is the same machine that the fire department in Champlain uses. There's two models, one is an automatic, one is a semi-automatic. The automatic model is around $2,000. $2,095, and the semi-automatic is $22.95, $295 difference. I'm sorry, for the automatic versus I reversed it, for the semi-automatic. So those are the prices. We had looked on the internet, and they were $2,500 with the state contract, so this was a better deal than the state contract. So that's the information I got back.
What kind of training is required?
You have to have 3 hours minimum training with this. Anybody can do it. And what we thought we do it with our safety training that we do in the town here. You know, we get the guys from the highway department and the people who work in the front here, because it is a public building. So it's up to the board.
Myself, I think we should have one. I'll make a motion that we buy the automatic one, and we do the 3-hour training, because if people come in here, you never know. I think we should have it.
Do we have money in this year's budget?
Yes. Would it be a good idea to run this through any of the, like the fire department or the EMSs? Or
I talked to Ken LaPlante about it, and he suggested that even though this is the same company, it's basically the same machine, they do make some that are compatible with the same hookups that they have, but they're more money. According to what I read on this and what this Frank Perano told me, the rep from the company, I mean, you could use one of these things without any training. There's 3 basic steps, but you do have to have the training. It's a CPR course is what it is, and everybody should have that, I think. So,
And by using this, Champlain, or Rouses Point, right?
right, any ambulance service
Came
can
to
come.
pick somebody up, they wouldn't have to fool around because their machine is the same.
Well, yes and no, depending on if you go that route. If you get just the basic model, they would have to take the leads off and reattach theirs, which apparently is no big deal from what I'm being told.
That's what I was told.
would it be possible for them just to transport the patient with that unit?
I would assume so. I mean,
Would they
I'm
have
not an
to
expert in
train
this, so. But
With theirs, or?
Like, this one is supposed to be compatible. Am I right?
Not really.
No, no,
This is not?
no,
Non-compatible, oh, sorry.
no, he just faxed me back the price for the automatic unit and the semi-automatic unit. And there's roughly $295 difference between the automatic and the semi-automatic. I'm not sure what the fire department has for a machine, if it's more elaborate or what it was.
They're more elaborate, they
Yeah.
do a printout and everything else. on
Yeah.
them.
But this one here, the way the guy, I mean, there's 3 steps to it. I mean, a kid could do it. If you can read, you can hook it up, basically. But you do have to have the CPR training, you know, to have this around.
What's your motion?
That we go ahead and buy the automatic unit.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anything else, Wayne?
No, that's all I have.
Building committee, rules and covered.
Nothing of this stuff.
Grants committee, Ralph and John Paul.
Nothing,
Board of assessment and review, John.
nothing.
Highway committee. We got something else.
Sam's about blacktopping there right now.
Lucky him.
Had a nice day. Sam and I were talking about some of this road deal that we got. Right now, we have the east, or west rapid, it used to be east and west, now it's just rapid down here. To prepare that for blacktop for next year. And we were talking about going from 11 to 9 deep, straight through for next year's deal. And he'll have all the culverts and everything in this year, so we're gonna be a step ahead of that part of it. And get the Schweenor Road in that one also for next year. For 204. And 205 would be down to Stetson Road. So he's gonna have them ahead of time, knowing way ahead now. If anybody has any variation of this, I'll bring it out now so we can line them up. And then the other question is that we're going to some of these roads 20 feet wide. And most of the county is going 20 feet on all the town roads now. So this is gonna be up to the board to decide if we're gonna stay at 18 or go 20. We're gonna be 20 on the one we're doing right now. Talking with Sam about this, then we felt that any dead-end roads, 18 is all we want. Now, some of the HUD money won't go for 18, it'll go for the 20s, but we don't get enough money from HUD to do them all anyway, so we put the 20s on HUD money, chip money, excuse me. But we should look at these to see how we wanna go with this rapid one there. Because if you have to prepare it, it'd be better to prepare it now, not wait till spring. If you wanna see how much traffic's involved there, as far as I can see, there's not any heavy traffic there on that road. But some of the farm roads are heavy traffic with the heavier equipment, wide and all that, so we gotta go 20. So if you wanna look that over, then we'll jot this down so we'll know ahead of time where we're going here. But that, if we get that stretch next year, that'll be as far as we can go on that one, I know that, those two roads. And if we do the Stetson the following year, we can probably bring another small one in with that one. That way you can get these culverts in ahead of time.
You gonna do any patching on that Raptor Road this year? No.
He's got a few more culverts to put in there, and he's got some more ditching to do there. And some of that ditching, you have to put rock in it. We're gonna,
Yeah, I see he's got some already in it.
you know, they put some in there, but they, we wanna get that 100% completed, so next spring, there's nothing to do there.
Are we gonna do more guardrail next year?
I don't know now, we have a little bit left here, but not a lot.
Sam, I talked with Sam. Sam was gonna try and get a hold of state again, see if we could get some.
I don't think you have yet, but
Probably not. But the guy wants to come back again next year.
well, it depends, whatever you think we need it. I mean, see, the rapid road, we might need a little, not further down, we probably need a little bit there too, when that curve is there.
There's a couple of- Before you get to the end, before you get to the curve, then after the curve.
Yeah, there are 2 spots there.
2 spots.
So, I'll have to measure that up and then we'll see, but if he If you give them the state, can't beat the price.
No. No, he made a good deal last time.
You give them a truck and whole blacktop once in a while. And, so we can't give them no money on it. So that's the only thing I got on the highway right now is the big parts. I think we can take a look at that. And well, we've got that's what the worst is right now.
I got a little question on the highway. When you go up the Duba Road by Hector, the hill, when you come down the hill, the car's coming around that curve there, and one's going straight, where twice almost hit, because the road, the undercurve, it's all brushes, you can't see the car coming.
I know, you're up on this end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I was out there Sunday, I noticed
Yeah.
that. And
Brush on that side should be all cut.
it's a bad place for a corner. It's up the road from him.
I thought that's all clear there. You mean down from your sons?
No, right, you know where the little house on the corner, and there's the brook there?
Yeah.
When you come around that curve there, there's brushes there. The car's coming from the other way, and one's coming to go straight on the Carter Road, it sees it's too late.
Stop signs on the car down. Then they take off and
Yeah.
somebody's coming around the curve.
They had a couple of close calls there the last couple of weeks.
Is the car going straight coming down or going up the hill?
The car coming down, it almost hits the other one that's coming around the curve.
Gee,
It's
you
a bad
should be able to
curve.
see that.
Well, you see it too late.
It's bad in there, should be good. Somebody gonna ask Sam or you want me?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay.
Are they gonna clean that corner out across the street from that too, where the barns are all,
They're supposed to take everything down, supposed to be taken down this fall.
you got that?
That's it.
We'll get after him now.
Get after him.
Clean that corner
Oh,
out.
that dressmaker?
Don't you start.
You have to give all that pipe to the golf course, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Anything else on the highway?
No, that's all right now.
I have a question to ask. What are we gonna do with that grade off? You gonna keep that or
I told him to leave it parked.
we put a lot of money in that lately? A lot of money.
Was it broke again?
Hoping just to get it fixed this time.
Well, it's fixed. You don't want to leave it parked if it's fixed.
Keep it for a spare.
Well, you got two of them
Okay, you told them to park it. Water and sewer, Ralph and John Paul.
We're still getting these water and sewer survey from Route 11 and the other road back, and we're still going over them, and we should have a report next month of where they stand on all the roads. And like Bruce said, the water on the Ridge Road is back up. I've got somebody coming in to look at the two old pumps to see if they can be repaired, if we can do it locally before we go anywhere else. We'll be looking at them within the next month or so, see if we can repair the pump.
You getting a lot of surveys, a lot of people sending back the survey?
Yeah. No, and then the pumps we're gonna do.
No, but the survey is,
They're coming back. We should have a report next month on.
I mean, the more the better.
When we send out, remember?
Yes, we'll be back the 20-something of September. We asked them all to be back.
How many do we send out?
There's, 300, eh?
300.
Yeah, 350 to 300.
Must have a couple hundred back.
And what I'm gonna do is take each road and write yes or no on each road that we've done, so you can look at it.
Right.
Give everybody a copy, you can look at it, know exactly what they say on that road.
Good.
So,
Landfill committee, Jules and John Paul.
Highway mowed all the grass there a week ago, and patched up a few small holes, and everything's on top, very good shape.
So that's all set for this year.
And it should be coming to monitor that in October.
Nothing else.
That's it for that.
Do we fertilize that this year? Do we have to fertilize that this year? Or is it
No.
okay?
We're not, But nothing on it for a while. The grass is growing real good.
Town clerk's report. Ralph is sick, Julie's sitting in for him tonight. And nothing back to it. And Sam's not here. Anyone else? Does that happen? Anybody from the audience?
You gonna schedule any kind of budget hearings coming up? Speaking of, what is it that you're gonna order, say, Mickey?
Defibrillator.
Yeah. We should schedule it sometime in October.
You guys want to pick a date?
What's the best nights?
How long you gonna be?
Long time.
Go to 14th, you're already here.
After a meeting?
Hey, bring in some coffee and have the coffee here instead of the McDonald's.
Okay, I don't care. That would be.
That's fine, we'll have to get the request sheets out. I can talk to Julie about it tomorrow. And have them in before that.
So we'll have it.
We send them out now.
Send them out now and have them come back the first week of October, so I have time to do the preliminary
Have them
budget.
back for the next meeting. Night of the meeting, then we'll
The
go
night,
from
yes,
there.
well, I need it prior to that.
Yeah. No, but
And if any of you have any ideas of, big purchases or anything that's out of the ordinary for next year, if you could tell Bruce or myself, so we can kind of pencil it in for the
good stuff.
tentative budget.
And then we'll do stuff for
Wait a
that.
minute, I'd like the way you're looking.
Must be a new truck.
We don't need truck this year.
We'll have to see about, well, anyway, we gotta do something about mower,
Definitely.
or roadside work.
Yeah.
And I know this is up in the air a little bit because the research I've done, with talking to some of the help and so on and so forth, what is the best thing to get?
I'd like to see one like the States, Mower on the side, the mower on the back.
Well, we got quite a few different ones. If they wanna have one that goes way up in the air and cut trees with it, well, that's not.
I don't
I
know.
don't think a mower is need to cut trees.
That's good. I don't think we're gonna get one either, so. We can just stay on the ground with them. But, see, the trouble is that one of the better ones is good if you have a good shoulder. But if it gets rough, then you gotta use a brush hog. And the smaller dealer, the States have some of those. Tracy's got one too. And those work good, but if you can't get in and out of the ditches with them.
Can't do one side and.
If we have some rough areas, we can keep the old one doing that, the rough deals.
Well, that one don't get down in the ditch either, does it?
Well, no, but they're cutting brush with it.
We've been doing good though, we've been cleaning a lot of that brush up.
Right, well,
I
but
mean, the roads
eventually
we're
we'll
doing
get caught
now
up
are,
with it, but this is something you gotta look for even more.
we're fixing these roads up halfway decent, like the Champlain Road. 90% of the people are mowing it now.
But we finally got
Cause I
that
got,
stage
the
here now.
Champlain Road is well kept up right now.
It's eliminating, you do the job right in the beginning, then you eliminate a lot of work.
Yeah, cause the tenant or the people that live there keep it clean themselves.
When
They-
you
they
cut this
feel
brush
more
out
like-
of there, you gotta take the stumps out.
Yeah, that road's nice. And so is it, the Perry's Mills Road, that's the
Yeah.
North Star Road, they did
They
a
did
good
a
job.
very good job up there, that's.
Even that Dumont Road, I think you'll see a lot of them keep that
Well,
mowed.
they'll mow right to the road now.
Are we gonna look for a new one or a used one?
We'll buy a new one, buy used. When you see a used one, it's no more good.
We've had some pretty good experience with used stuff here.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just wondering.
No, buy a new one, it's not that expensive to start with, so.
We buy another tractor.
The,
Tractor and mower, right? We buy a mower and a tractor.
or,
You could put it on this tractor?
yeah,
What are you doing, just one for the back?
well, whatever we can find, you know.
I just don't like the ones for the back. I don't think they get far enough off the road. I've been riding around since I've been mowing, in some spots, I got out and measured it, it's not even 2 feet from the edge of the road. It won't go close to the ditch. If we don't cut back, then when we start getting that brush.
The mower that we looked at, we go further, but that wouldn't have been the good thing to buy to put on that tractor.
No, that's
No way, because,
No, we need a heavier one, like the Bay Shores Road there now, you're gonna have to go on the other side of the guardrails, you know? If you wanna keep it up, if you're not, there's gonna be all the trees and then guardrails. So,
well, let's get together and we'll look at that, see what's available. We've got quite a bit of time to look at that right now. That's what we're looking for.
You get a bigger mower, you need a bigger tractor.
oh yeah. And that tractor's in good
A
shape.
lot of towns, they got both of them. I see them go down one behind the other, down one.
Paint's all peeling off that tractor. Like there's no primer on it.
What?
That tractor, the paint's all peeling right off of it. It's like there's no primer on it. I'm like,
Yeah.
then I went out and looked at it the other day, the spots on it that big.
Where did we get that tractor?
They're doing,
You probably gave us a big job on it.
So it looks like an old tractor, and that tractor's not that old.
probably been split, there's nothing worse than leaving that stuff parked out in the sun. Start with. It makes the paint right off and
Can't be what's painted right.
it probably wouldn't.
You guys look at it next time you're back there.
Right down to the metal.
Cause ours is 35 years old and still got paint on it.
Haven't had paint those days.
Better paint those days.
I hate the paint so much as the metal, I think.
Well,
You know?
Probably, reused metal.
that's all I got.
Anything else? Okay. Post audit bills? Motion to approve them.
Make a motion we approve.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Monthly bills. We have one that, you wanna go ahead, Leroy, on that one?
Yeah, on the regular bills, the one for NASAC Solution, I'd like to make a motion that we hold that bill and pay it only with the explanation that, to the supervisor of why we owe this and what it's for. Nobody seems to know. And if the supervisor agrees with the explanation, then we go ahead and pay it, instead of holding it for next month. But I think we need an explanation of why what it's all about. Nobody seems to know what New York State Electric Gas Solutions are. So I think we need an explanation. If they explain it to the supervisor and he agrees with us, with the explanation, then we go ahead and pay the bill for $1,543.
Do I have a second?
Did you get an invoice on it?
We got a thing from the collecting agent.
We got things from the collection agent.
Jane, Jane's been getting 2 bills. We give him 1 bill, but with 2 figures on it. Well, she just took the bottom, not thinking the top meant anything.
But
You know,
nobody knows what this New York Solutions is.
then they were sending the bills to Pat, the assessor. Screwed up. Then they put it in the collection agent. So we're gonna call tomorrow and
We'll be able to call them up, correct?
find out what.
Once we get it settled.
But if we
said
understand
it's
it,
okay,
then
we'll pay it.
we'll pay it.
Okay.
That agreed on? Do I have a motion on paying these bills?
Make a motion we pay the bill.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Now I'll go back to the public. Anyone have anything? Any motion to close the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Done.